game, thoughts of not so much the final score, I know you feel about that, but just the build-up and how it went.
Yeah, I think we did a lot of things within our game. I think that we liked, and there's a few things we need to clean up. So, you regroup. Don't like the result, but you regroup and get ready for game 2.
Everyone talked about how they're a very physical team, but it looks like your speed really kind of negated the physicality. How did you see that? How was it affecting your speed against them?
Yeah, I think there was some physicality both ways, and then for sure, I think when we get to our speed game, it allows us to play with an advantage against any team. But of course, you got to continue that into game 2.
What do you see on their second goal?
Oh, just he wins a puck race and goes through my wicket, so I get a piece of it.
Obviously, Bobrovsky was lights out, but do you guys feel like you deserve better out shooting them like 33-18, I think?
Yeah, I mean, you got to continue to create the chances that I think we created tonight, and at some point find a way to break through. A really good night, and I think obviously they committed to collapsing down when there was chances in front of that too. So, they found the right result tonight. We regroup and get ready for game 2.
It seemed like you guys are regarded as a better rush team in terms of offense, and maybe not so much them. They scored a goal off the rush. What do you think of the way they attacked off the rush tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they scored a nice goal off the rush and made 2 good plays. So, for us, that's probably an element of our game that we can get to too. If we continue to break the puck out and force some outnumbered situations.
We had our looks. I thought we played pretty well overall. He's a good goalie over there. He made some good saves, but I liked our game.
Do you feel like there's a blueprint? Like that's the blueprint for winning this game, the series, rather?
Yeah, I think game 1s are a little bit of a feeling out process. Obviously, you want to come out strong and dictate the pace of the play. I think if we play like that, we're going to be fine.
Anything about this first, I know you saw him a couple of times in the regular season, that seems like a long time ago. Not so much surprised, but what did you think of playing Florida after maybe having seen them a bit in the postseason, but actually playing against them?
Obviously, they've got some good players. They're quick. They forecheck well. They hang on to the puck well. They're a good team. I thought we had our looks in the game, but we couldn't capitalize.
You had a couple bearing down on those looks, Zach? You just got to bear down in front of it. I mean, you had some, like you did have some wide open nets, and it's just a matter of bearing down.
Yeah, I mean, he made the saves on the wide open nets too, so it's not like we missed it. Listen, I mean, it happens.
Do you feel like you had some pucks really close to the line that didn't go in? You've scored a lot of goals that usually do go in. Is this something you can study video and find an answer to, or is it just something that you got to keep pushing until the dam breaks?
No, I've had a lot of chances in my career, and you just continue to get them, and eventually they're going to go in. And when they go in bunches. Sometimes you got an amazing look, it doesn't go in. Other times it hits your shin pad and goes in. Hockey is a funny game. The key is to not get frustrated. You just continue to play. You play your game, and that's why it's a 7-game series, and you go out there and you execute. I liked our game. We had our looks. Tonight we didn't score on them, but I'm pretty confident that our team's capable of scoring.
Zach, was that just a case of you made a couple of mistakes and they made you pay on a couple of mistakes? It wasn't like you made very many, but they made mistakes.
No, I thought, first and foremost, I thought Stu played well. I thought he gave us a chance in that game to come back. They made a couple plays and they bear down. They scored on a couple nice plays. We didn't score on ours. It's 2-0, and they got the empty net. So, it was a close game.
How did you feel your power play looked overall?
Good. I thought we had looks. That's the key. You continue to get high quality looks, and you continue to stick with your process. And if we play like we did today, I'm very confident in our group.
Zach, you mentioned the process and dictating the pace. What else did you like about the way it is unfolding?
Well, I didn't like the result, obviously, but I thought that we were able to skate. I think the key to our game is skating and forechecking and hanging on to pucks in the O-zone, making plays. I thought for lots of that game, we were the team that was pushing. Yeah, we didn't come out on top today.
You said it was a feeling out process, and it didn't look like that way to me in the first period. It looked like teams almost came out of cannon.
Yep.
Like both the intensity that game started with.
100%. When I say feeling out process, I mean game ones of series are always unique because you don't know what to expect, right? You hear everything about what the team does, you watch video, but you haven't played them in months, right? I mean, as the series settles in, you are pretty well aware of what works, what doesn't work, and things like that. So when I say filling out process, I mean just realizing what's happening with the other team, what they're trying to do, right? And I think both teams had a long rest, so everybody had energy and was skating, and it was a fast-paced game.
So what do you know 60 minutes later about them that maybe you can't see on film or you can't see it on tape?
I think I know more about us, to be honest. I think we're right there. I mean, we're very confident in our group. We've been in positions like this before. They're a good team. We're a really good team.
Yeah, I thought there was lots to like, to be honest. I thought we had lots and lots of looks and didn't give up too much. What we did give up was dangerous, and they capitalized. That's what good teams do.
Connor, was that cut from the Bennett hit, or is that something else?
No, before it was just a high stick.
Can your team play much better than that and not win?
Can the team play much better than that and not win?
Yes, tough one.
Got to give me a minute with that. Like I said, there was lots to like. We generated chances. We had looks. Not a ton of puck luck around their net. Some weird plays in there, but they're a good team. Give them credit. They did enough to win.
What did it feel like? Dominate them like that. How much does that help you moving forward in the series, knowing that you can play like that against them?
Yeah, I know how many people gave us a chance in this series, and I think we showed tonight that we can play with them. That's a confidence booster for this group, but we know that our best can play with anybody, and disappointing.
What did it feel like at the lead up, the anthem, seeing the Stanley Cup at center ice? What did it all feel like for you before the game?
Yeah, it was. Usually get introed in the road barns, so that was different. But gave them a good chance to give us a good boo. But pretty funny, all part of the experience, and yeah.
You never know a team until you play them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do all the tape and all the study and everything else. What did you find out tonight, other than the score, from this game?
They're as advertised. They're exactly what they look like on TV, and what everyone says. They're aggressive. They play hard. They're fast, and they work. They were as advertised.
Did you guys have to go upstairs on Bob more? There's a lot of chances that he made kick saves.
Yeah, he gets low. He does a great job of taking away the lower part of the net, and yeah.
Connor, obviously you want
to see from the power play tonight.
A lot to like. Again, similar to the 5-on-5 game. A lot to like. Thought we generated looks similar to their 5-on-5. Their identity is their identity to be aggressive, and their kill is just the same. They're coming always, and if you make a couple of good plays, you're going to get a good chance.
Connor, aside from not scoring, is there anything you feel like you would have done differently in this game? It seemed like a lot was going right for you, as you said.
Yeah, maybe a couple plays here and there. You'd certainly like to bear down and find a way to get one. Just make one more play. Find something that we weren't able to find.
Did you think you hardly made any defensive mistakes in your end, and they made you pay?
Well, they're good offensively as well. They don't need much room. They got two looks, and they make a couple of nice plays, and they find a way to score. And that's what we do well as well. So. Yeah.
Did you think they had trouble with your speed? You said they're fast. I thought the Oilers were faster.
Yeah, a lot was talked about their forecheck. I thought our forecheck was good, and we were able to get pucks back and sustain some zone time and do some things that it seemed like other teams weren't able to do against them. And that's hang on to the puck and create looks and tilt the rink. That's what they do great. They do a great job of tilting the rink, and I thought we did that to them a little bit tonight.
One more, guys.
Do you feel like with the scoring that this team has, the power play that this team has, that getting goalied one game doesn't have to lead to more? This team has enough that just can't last?
Maybe it was the hockey gods getting us back for that game 6, where we probably didn't deserve to win. Tonight maybe we deserved, at least 1 goal or maybe 2 goals, and we don't find a way to get them. I know this group will stick with it, bounce back. That's what we take a lot of pride in doing, and we'll gear up for a big one on Monday.
Team responded, and you guys played tonight, and yourself, how you responded?
Yeah, even though we let in the first one, I think that our team played another, I would say, full 60. We were amazing for the whole game. We really pushed. Bob was absolutely massive for them, and big reason why they were able to win.
How big is that going forward with the series, knowing that you have that game in you against this team?
Yeah, it obviously makes us feel confident that we're able to play a game like that for a full 60. But at the same time, losing a game like that where you do play your full 60, makes you need to get a little bit more of a push, especially the way that we can start and not get down on this team.
What's it like, Stu, when you're at your end watching the other guy play as well as he played at his end?
Yeah, to be honest, it's I'm just watching. Not much I can do. He made some spectacular saves, and I can't do anything but say, wow, that was a really nice save.
This was your first run at this. How did you feel, just kind of nerves-wise, energy-wise, is kind of what you were expecting, and how did you feel about the goals that you did give up?
Yeah, I felt really good, felt really normal through the whole way, and then right before warm-up started, I started to get a couple of butterflies in the stomach, which is always very fun because it just means you're very excited and that you're you love that. You love what you're doing. So yeah, I got a couple butterflies, and once I stepped on the ice, it was I felt good again because it was just back to work.
So when they score earlier, you're thinking, I need to get a couple of saves in me before all of a sudden we get a rush and it's a goal.
You're hoping for it, anyways. But yeah, they made a nice play, had a nice goal, and can't do much after that. So it's just rebounding and doing your best to make the next save.
You've had a unlucky few weeks in the playoffs where the first shot of the game is like a grade A chance like tonight. Obviously, you'd like to get a couple easier ones first to feel the puck, but when they have such a good chance, they score on the first shot, does it really matter when the first one goes in? Does it make a difference what kind of chance it was?
That question honestly brings up when we went on a really big run, and I felt like almost every game in the 16-game winning streak, we let in the first shot, and we were able to show our resiliency just like we did tonight. And letting in the first goal is obviously a dagger because you never want to let in a goal, but it's all about how you respond in those moments, and I think that our team did an incredible job at that.
What's Bob feeling right now? I mean, you've been on the other side.
What is he feeling?
Yeah.
That's a tough question for me to answer. I have been on the other side of that. You feel good, but at the same time, you know that you got a job to do. Florida knows just as well as we do that you need 4 wins to take it home. So 1 win isn't going to do that. So it's going to be a big push on their end, I'm sure, next game, as well as ours. I think both teams aren't exactly satisfied.
Do the second goal, just beat you in the glove. It was a really good shot, the Rodrigo.
Yeah, it was a nice shot. A little bit of a broken play. Got on their forward check, got it to the slot, and made a nice shot. There's few things I'm sure I could do. I'd have to look back on it. It's not too fresh in my mind because it was in the second period, so I'll look back on it and get better from it.
So the opposing goalie, does he ever tell their shooters, okay, we can't beat this guy down low, so we better shoot it up high on him? Because he made a ton of saves. Legs.
Oh, like what we were saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of,
yeah,
like he's amazing down low. He's also amazing up high. Like it's hard to beat him. He's an incredible goalie, but yeah, he does a great job sealing the ice, and you just gotta somehow find a way to score a goal on him. That's kind of been the MO for all series that we've played, and we've been playing some top end goaltenders, and it's never easy to beat these guys.
opponents and lost it. Just a thought on the game, and how can you build on this performance moving forward, having dominated them territorially like you did tonight?
Well, I think we get carried away if we say dominated, but I thought overall we played a pretty good game. You know, we had some chances to score goals. They didn't go in. We know that Florida probably, that wasn't their best game. Anticipate them to be much better the next one. I think they probably caught it off guard, just you guys talking about how good they were and we didn't have a chance in this series. But yeah, there's a lot of things I liked about our game, but we know that we're going to have to get even better.
Front row left, Mark.
Chris, when you have a team that has that volume of chances and can't convert, can you somehow coach them or video them over the top? Or is it just up to the high-end scorers you have to figure it out themselves and make a play?
There's definitely things that we can target. Every goalie has strengths and weaknesses. Every system that you play has strengths and weaknesses. So there are things that, as a coach, we can address. And there's also just the element of luck. That goes through the regular season, playoffs. Sometimes pucks go in. Like we had Game 6, we had 2 goals on 10 shots. It was a good night for us. And it doesn't always work out that, you're going to score on 8% of your chances because that's what they say it should go in or whatever it is. But, yeah, I think there was a good share of opportunities for us to score. But there are things that we're going to have to look at and try and increase those chances.
Left side, Pierre.
Over here, Chris, in the door frame here. You talked this morning about hoping that the standard would be maintained and that the penalties that should be called, and certainly getting 3 power play chances is a different game for you guys than 1, as we've seen in these playoffs. You got your 3 and obviously didn't score, but a lot of looks. So what do you take from what Florida did on their PK and the amount of grade 8 looks you still got just in finish?
I think, as I said earlier, every system has pros and cons. And whether it's 5-on-5, penalty kill, whatever it is, you have a system. And there's obviously strengths to it and weaknesses. Otherwise, everyone would be doing something. And, I think their pressure is good. And, as long as we're ready for it and can anticipate it, we can get some really good scoring chances. And I think a couple times we were able to do that. But I think it's just the execution about power play is just, finishing your play and making a pass. And, we did have some good chances. And, we saw it in the Dallas series where we didn't score early. And then we went, I believe, 4 for 5. And, there's always law of averages. I think we started 0-6. Do I think we were 0-6? Were we that bad? No. And do I think that we're that good to be 4-5? No. But it's just things over a long course of time, they'll work out. And, this is why we're playing a 7-game series and not a 1-game elimination.
Right side along the wall, Daniel.
Chris, do you think tonight's performance can be the blueprint to win this series?
I think it can start, but, there's things that we have to get better at. We can't just play this game and expect to win it because we know Florida's going to be better. And, yeah, there's some things I liked about it. There's things that we need to get a little bit better at.
Stay on the right side, Jim.
Chris, halfway through the game, Ekholm had only played 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Part of that, I guess, was Bouchard was on the power play a lot, but was he limited at all in terms of being perhaps hurt or something like that? Because that's very few minutes for him.
We like to keep the D pairs together, and with Bouch having the power plays, we want to get those 2 together, and Bouch has to take a little breather to get back, and because those power plays were getting up to close to 2 minutes, he's not going to come right back on the ice, so he just had to wait his turn.